what do you do? Well, I do this. Well, our agency does this. Yeah, we work in IT. We find IT salespeople. We also do these, and then before you know it, you're blabbing. You've got something as smooth as a mountain. It's just up and down, up and down. It's just like all over the place. We want to streamline that, and the reason why is this. If you're scaling, and lots of you are scaling, you're going to start to have consultants come in and work for you. You're starting to create websites. You're starting to have lead magnets, etc. What do you want to be known as? Oh, Andy, I want to be known as the leader in IT sales, or the leader in Michelin star chef recruitment, or whatever your area might be. We need to get really clear on what we're detailing, and there's something that's already in the inner circle. This is, but I've decided to update this training because it's so important, and this, from what I've seen, it's not been done to a level that you should be doing, and this applies to probably 80–85% of you. So when I come to your website, I look at what you do. If you're in an industry where pretty much no one else is doing it, you can say, this is what we do. This is what we do. So Oliver, you might be an example, possibly. I don't know enough about your niche. We find world-class Michelin star chefs for world-class Michelin star restaurants. Simple as that. It could be as simple as that. Yours is in a niche, which is very micro niche. I don't know enough about your niche. It could be a dozen people saying that. But most of you are in areas whereby you've got quite a lot of competition. And when I come to your website, so when I see the footers in your emails that come through, it's like, yep, they've not been through the USP training, or if they've gone through it, they just skirted over it. And so I think you're missing a trick. You're missing a trick because if you do this online, and it's pointless getting 500, 1,000, 2,000 visitors come to your LinkedIn or your website, etc., etc. And although what you're doing is good, if you're doing those things online, you're probably having the same conversation as well. You're having the same conversation via email. You're having the same conversation via a webinar, 1 to 100 or 1 to 1,000, whatever your numbers are. You're having the same conversation at a networking event, God forbid. You have the same, whatever it might be. So I want us to get really clear on, what do we do? What do we do? If you speak to a client, hello, Mr. Client, yeah, I do this, and like Ryan's message earlier, you probably know that I work in, no, I don't know, and you sound like every other recruitment company, or you're going to get nowhere. So whether you use it to go into an email, whether you use it in a conversation, but say most of you, when I get emails from you, inner circle emails, look at the footers, it's like, yeah, they've not gone through the training, or you've gone through it quickly, haphazardly. So what I've done is updated the training. I want you to really think about what sets you apart. So this is something you're going to use, again, tip of the iceberg, something that starts right at the top, but you're going to use it probably on your website, where you speak to people, on the phone, inside your emails, everywhere. Everywhere. So in the old days, well, more recent old days, they call it the unique selling proposition, which is a phrase I really dislike, but it's a phrase that people understand. So we're sort of focusing on that to give some context, but I'm also going to give you some models, literally fill in the blank models. And again, this is important, guys. So if you're going to take this and go, yep, I've been in recruitment for 7 years, everyone knows what I do, great. Is there a percentage of the marketplace you're emailing and don't reply to you? Is there a percentage of the marketplace come to your website and don't take action? Is there a percentage of the marketplace you talk to and they say go away? Okay, why is that? So, what sets you apart from your competition? The first problem is this: you're a recruiter, so what? Nobody cares. Your clients don't care. Your clients don't care about you. You're just a recruiter, and again, I get onto Skype mostly, but on the telephone sometimes, and I get the, yeah, but Andy, we do this differently. Oh, Andy, we do this, we do this, we do this. And very few companies doing something uniquely different. My Special Geek company in America, they've approached us and asked if we can create training for, I think, 20-odd people. And we've got a call lined up next week. I'm not sure whether we're going to be a fit or not. But My Special Geek, pretty cool company. Go and check them out. And they are doing something pretty different. But they aren't describing it that well, though. So I got a conversation with them. I'm not sure when it is in my diary, this week or next week, and we may or may not do a training for them. We may or may not go out to America and do it. I don't know. But when you look at them, they are doing something quite unique. But 99.9% of staff and agencies are doing something similar. Now, what you guys are doing, if you're using strategy inside the inner circle, you actually are doing something different. But your clients don't know it. Your candidates don't know it. So to them, in their world, you're just another recruiter. They don't care. They don't care. And that's what you need to understand. And virtually all of you starting to get there, but you need to understand they don't care about you. The second thing I see, I think you're confused around what you do. Andy, I know my niche. I know my niche completely. Okay, you know your niche completely, but when I look at what you're putting inside your emails, when I look at what's on your website, you're confused around what you actually deliver. You're confused around who your prospect actually is. You're confused around what the actual problem is for your clients. You're confused around your actual delivery mechanism. Well, I'm not quite certain. I don't want to drill down into that niche. So what I do, I'll chunk up to a bigger niche, which is cool. But your prospect's confused. They come to the website. They're not totally certain if you're the man for them. So if you've said to me, Andy, right, I'm in these 5 niches. Now, I understand that the best way to work is to focus on one niche to start with, and then get a process in place, get it converted, and then you can scale it across multiple niches. So in the same way, if you've got, say, 50 desks in your business, and you get it working in one desk, you replicate across other desks, the same system again and again and again. So if you are in 5 niches, I come to your website, it's like, I'm not certain if you're the person for me. I think sometimes the outside world look at you and think you're confused. We need to get that removed from your business. The opposite is the following. Well, I'm so passionate about my clients. I really stand for awesome client engagement. I stand for really caring about my candidate. Okay. Still not really focusing on what my key problem is. So you've got on the other end, and you've got this approach of being almost aggressive, which I like, so being really assertive. But again, it's not clear what you're actually solving. So Laura wrote in the chat box earlier, you've got such a discrete niche, Laura. There is a key problem for your clients, not enough candidates. But you don't say not enough candidates, specific skill sets. You can make a real clear focus on, right, this is what I deliver. This is how I deliver it. This is what I stand for. I'm not the same as other recruiters just hitting the phones or sending blanket emails. We've got a process. We have them come to us. We use world-class, etc., etc. You can turn it on its head, but at the moment you're not doing it. One I hate, and this car here is the cheapest car in Japan, allegedly. We start to fight on price, and we don't ever want to be in that position. I think John Salt typed in the chat box earlier, used what we did in another session before. I think it's Keith, I think you doubled your prices when you first joined us, and and you're still getting paid, Keith. You don't want to fight on price. You start to become a commodity. When you're a commodity, you get taken for granted, and then people start to well, they don't treat you with the respect you need. And you guys know when people drop off and they go missing, etc., etc. If you've got a system that truly does deliver, they're lost. If you've got enough leads coming in, it's no great shakes. It's no great shakes. We get chancers emailing us and saying, I want to speak to Andy, and whatever is going through, and then all the no, just keep it. We don't need to have you in what we're careful about who we have. We're not going to fight on price. I don't care if Joe Blogs is charging $250 a month. Don't care. You've been told to create a landing page and create an ebook, and that's it. Well done. You don't want to fight on price. You never want to fight on price, ever. And Keith, if it was you, type in the box. But you want to be fighting on value. Most of you, from what I've seen, are not really giving yourself the credit for what you do. I had a call with Darryl. I'm going to speak to Darryl in a little bit and set up his plan. But yesterday's like, probably no one else in your marketplace is using inbound webinar strategies, world-class speakers to actually get positioning, to attract candidates, whatever it might be, whatever strategy you're using, or delivering content 4, 5, 6 times a day, etc., etc., to make sure you're front of mind with the right candidates, with the right clients. You don't need to fight on price, and you shouldn't be fighting on price. It's really important. And here's the key thing. We live in an ADD society. Your clients come to your website and they go straight away. Now, if you haven't done this, in your Google Analytics, look at your bounce rate. So your bounce rate is someone comes to your website, they come to one page and they leave. If you've got 100%, chances are they come to your website and they've just gone straight away. If you've got 100% bounce rate, it means you haven't got the right funnel, the right calls to action on your web page, etc., etc. You live in an ADD society. So we need to make sure that your clients and candidates know you are the solution. And we need to do that in a snapshot. So what do you want to be known as? I kind of want to be known as the recruitment person, or the recruitment, I'm not sure what words you want to use. You know, you've got the Greg Savages, you've got the Mike Walmsley, you've got Roy Rippers, all guys I love, respect, and friends with lots of them. But I'm not in the same bracket as them. I don't want to be known in the same bracket as them. Create our own little niche, our own little island. Same for you. You don't want to be known as just another IT salesperson. What do you want to be known as? The IT salesperson who delivers X into X into X. Or let's get specific about this. So don't think, if you chunk it up, well, rather than get drilled down, if I say IT sales, someone goes to a website, at least I'm going to capture everyone who comes to my website into IT sales and my profile. The opposite is in fact true. They're going to come to you, see you, and say straight away, is that my solution, yes or no? So let me ask you a question. Can you recognize some of that in your own business where perhaps you've been to, or let me ask you a question. Do you think you can describe what you do in a sentence eloquently? Do you think your consultants can repeat that eloquently and then move that into maybe how to sell your high-priced services? So the first part is, so what do you do? Well, we fill in the blank. Yeah, we do it because we understand the following problems in the industry are ABC. So you move into how to sell your high-priced services training. And we also recognize that you need X, Y, Z to fix ABC. And then you move in. You've got an entire process to describe a conversation here, an entire process to describe any form of interaction, whether one-to-many, 1 to 100, 1 to 1,000, etc. Do you think in your business, at the moment, you've got it really laser focused on describing what you do, how you do it, who you do it for, what you deliver, whether it be on your website, whether it be on a conversation, in a conversation, on an email? If so, type in the box now. What do you think it is? Keith. Yeah, Keith. It was Keith. He refused to work on lower rent work. Good man. But he's having a couple of battles right now. Johnny, yeah. So Johnny, we help recruit only the top 15% of change managers for our financial institution clients. It's a bit so what? How do I punch this up, Andy? That's what we're going to go to now. So let's do this. The solution. Here's the thing. By the way, let me ask you a question. Can you hear that dog in the background? No dog. Okay, good. Here's what you need to be doing. The first step is this. Excuse the pun, step. Put yourself in the client and candidate's shoes. Andy, you always tell me this. I'm getting bored of you telling me this. Every single week you tell me the same thing. Get inside the client's head. Yeah. Are you doing it? Well, Ryan wasn't doing it earlier. Virtually all of you don't do it. And it's something you're going to learn over and over again. And it will never, guess what? You're never going to stop learning. You're never, ever going to stop learning. Why? Because your client changes. The market forces change. What's a problem to your client changes. Employment figures go up and down. Skills go up and down. So guess what? You're never going to get this and go, that's it. For the next 5 years, I'm sorted. It's always going to change. But you're going to get it to a point whereby it's converting, and that will do for the next year. But get inside your client and candidate's shoes. Next, know what motivates them. I mean motivates them as in they're desperate for it. They need that water. They're absolutely desperate for what they what they really, really need, not what you think they need. Well, my clients need a process to bring on board new candidates. They need that's not what they need. They don't lie in bed thinking about that. Next, uncover the real reasons. So what do they need? This is what, we need this. What's the reasons to why they need that? What's going on behind the scenes? Right, we need whatever skill set. Why do they need that? Well, if they don't get those skill sets, the project starts late. Project starts late, guess what? Their butt's on the line. You must make it unique to them. So you're not going to set up a proposition which is, we deliver the best IT people into IT companies. You want to get as niched as possible. At the same time, make sure it's usable. And then we want to use a framework and then add the magic. So you want to use a framework, which we're going to go through now, and then you want to sexy it up to fit your marketplace. So again, when someone comes to your website, do they know you are the exact solution to them? Everyone's an executive search. Everyone's a headhunter. Everyone works in X niche. So what makes you different? And let's get into the framework for this now. Hey there, so what do you think about that then? So the intent of that session was really just to let you understand that there are many companies like you in the same position. It's really just to let you understand that I get where you're at. So there's five key problems you might have there that you can relate to, and if you are, I completely empathise with what you are going through right now. But really what I want you to focus on is the outcome to actually turn that around. So I've given you 5 key indicators and 5 key steps you might be able to move forward with. I've not given you templates, I've not given you the how-to, I've not given you the tools, I've not given you the overarching integrated strategy. It's only a quick video. But what we can do is this, we can jump on an agency growth action plan call, and on that call I will give you the how-to, and I will give you the steps, and I will give you the strategy. So on that call, what we can do is this. Before the call, I want you to just complete a couple of questions for me, so I've got some context, and then on the call we can do this. If you need clients, I'm going to give you 3 strategies specific to your niche that are going to help you get, not just attract and all that woo-woo, but actually get clients that are going to pay you in the next 30 days. So you actually get clients who are going to pay you. That's inbound clients coming to you saying, Mark, can we speak on Tuesday at 2 o'clock? Rachel, on Thursday, can we speak at 4 o'clock? Nigel, Monday, can we speak at 7 o'clock? So actually clients coming to you. I'm going to show you how to do that. Number 2, if you need candidates, I'm going to give you at least one inbound system to get candidates. And not just any candidates, but the candidates you need to get paid. So if you're searching on job boards, they're the candidates you cannot place. They're the ones who are open to everyone else in the marketplace. There are those who are actually looking for roles. There are those who have been placed before and have been asked to leave the company. They're not the candidates you want. You want the candidates who are passive, as you know. And the third thing is, whether you're looking for automation, whether you're looking for inbound, whether you're looking for systemization, whether you're looking to scale, go from 100k to 500k, or go from 500k to 1 million, or whether you're starting up and looking to get to your first 200k, I'm going to give you that momentum. So I'm going to do that on an agency growth action plan. So look below, click the button below, schedule your call. There's just a handful of questions there, literally just a handful. Give me as much information as possible. We're going to get on that call, and then we're going to get into solution mode. So I look forward to speaking to you soon. The places are strictly only for those who are really serious about change. So as you can see, you've only got a handful of appointments there. So click the button below and really think about this. Are you looking to change your business now? Are you looking to really move from the old way of doing things to, yeah, I want inbound? Now, if you go to our website, you can go and check out dozens and dozens of case studies and all sorts of cool tools, strategies, webinars, all that cool stuff. But click the button below, schedule that call before they all go. I think we've got 5-6 appointments left, and then we'll go on to that 15-minute call, and let's not start the part. So let's go on the agency growth action plan call, and we'll speak soon. Take care. Bye-bye.